Welcome back to the Rulebook. I'm your host, Alex Palmer, and I'm the queen of learning things the hard way so you don't have to. On this podcast, we're talking about the mistakes I made and the lessons I learned along the way to create the rules I now live by. On each episode, we'll be discussing a new rule, how I created it, why it came about, and how you can apply it in your own life. So let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rulebook. This is episode number 26, why the Subway shirt is the hottest new trend for summer. Okay, last week, a New York City rules video that I did last summer started to gain some traction on my TikTok page. And I noticed people were commenting on the video again, even though it was about a year old. So I pinned it, not really thinking anything of it. And then last week, a bunch of news outlets ended up sliding into my DMs, asking me if they could use the video on their pages and if I'd be down for an interview. So I ended up shooting with the New York Post last week on the 6 train platform in this leopard dress and my Subway shirt. Okay, this was my rule, so let me insert the video here in case you haven't seen it.
New York City rule: if you're wearing a cute outfit and taking the train, don't forget your Subway shirt. A slightly more effective way of avoiding creepy stares on your commute than doing nothing at all. That's my train, gotta go. Subway shirt sold separately and not as effective as wearing sneakers and running as fast as you can.
That was my New York City rule number 37. When I initially posted it last summer, it didn't get that much attention. But this just shows you, do not delete your videos on social media because you simply never know when something is going to go viral. It could literally take a year. This isn't exactly viral. It's only at about 20,000 views. I'm hoping it does go viral since I did do that interview with the New York Post on Wednesday. We ended up shooting at the 6 train platform. I was wearing this dress and a Lady Gaga t-shirt that I literally wear to bed sometimes that I got at the concert. It's huge. I don't know why I bought such a huge shirt, probably to sleep, but little did I know, it would be in the Post. Shooting with the Post was interesting. It was fine. It was a quick experience. I did a little day in the life that I haven't posted yet, but I will. So I'll also insert some of the pictures of the photos because they're great by Emmy Park, who's a lovely photographer. But the comments, you guys, the comments under the article were something else. And it was a lot of people obviously had a problem with what I was wearing, with what the other women in the article were wearing on the train. No surprise there. But it inspired me to create a follow-up rule to my initial rule, which is getting some buzz right now. And the thing is, the comments were pointing out, maybe unintentionally, that no matter what we're wearing, people will still say whatever happens to you as a woman is your fault. And that sucks, and that's depressing, and I really don't like to do depressing rules on here. But here's rule number 26. Subway shirt or not, what you're wearing is not the problem. You can wear a leopard dress or a potato sack. They're still going to blame you. So you might as well wear whatever the hell makes you happiest. So I obviously went back and forth with what I wanted to wear for this photo shoot that I knew was going to be in the New York Post. And I gave them 2 options. I was like, I have slacks and like a bodysuit because your girl is really pale right now. I'm not ready for summer whatsoever. And like a white button down, AKA my Subway shirt, or a going out option, which was this leopard dress. And then I have my Lady Gaga concert tee, which I could put over it and just wear some like cool black boots, which is what I would wear if I was going out for a night on the town in the city. Of course, they wanted me to wear the leopard dress, even though in the original video, I'm literally just wearing a tank top and shorts, which is like my summer uniform. And I think the summer uniform of a lot of women in this city when it's like 90 degrees and you have to take the subway. But anyway, I understand visually why they wanted me to do that. But unfortunately, because I'm wearing this leopard dress, I think a lot of the commenters and the people who looked at the article actually missed the point because they were so distracted by the fact that, well, who the hell wears a leopard dress every day? And I don't. But if I wanted to, I feel like I should be able to. It's none of your business. But anyway, okay. So these were some of the comments. My therapist advised me not to read the comments because they were overwhelmingly very negative from men and women. It's really not just the men who have a problem with what women are wearing. It's other women too, which is super disappointing. But these were some of the comments that stood out to me the most. All right. One person wrote, You can dress how you want to dress, but if you choose to be naked, you should expect consequences. I'm hardly naked, but okay. Interesting, victim blaming. Someone wrote, if your fun bags are not for sale, then don't put them in the display case. Very nice. Dress the part, expect to play the role. Someone said these girls should put bags over their heads. And then there was another woman who wrote, newsflash, ladies, you didn't discover something new and different. I'm in my 60s now, and I wore what are now called boyfriend shirts on the subway over my club clothes way long back ago. I swear, these young people think they've invented something new. Okay, but lady, you're just proving the point that things haven't changed since, what'd she say? She's in her 60s. So things haven't changed. And all you're worried about is the fact that the younger generation is calling it something new. Girl, be effing for real. You should be worried about the fact that nothing has changed. Reading the comments can be quite the experience. It can be pretty unpleasant. But then there was also the comments that happened offline and not from strangers. I showed my aunt the article. I didn't actually share the article anywhere because I don't know. I didn't know how I initially felt about it. So I didn't really share it anywhere. But I showed my aunt and she saw the pictures and she was like, where are your pants? What are you doing? Like, she fully didn't understand. My aunt does not live in New York City and she doesn't understand like subway culture, subway life. It's becoming its own thing. So she doesn't get it. But she was like, it's cool you were in the post. And then I also showed another friend who was just pretty vacant. Like, okay, I don't get this. I don't understand why this is a big deal. I don't understand why you care. Yeah, I got the brush off, basically. So I think most people did interpret the article negatively. And I do think wearing the leopard dress sort of, I'm hesitant to say that it diluted the message, but for some people it did, because some people really need to be knocked over the head with the point to understand. And unfortunately, if you can't think critically about this, then nothing's going to help you. I mean, but in general, the comments across all platforms, because the video did the topic has gained traction. So I had posted it on YouTube. I had posted it on TikTok. I had posted it on Instagram. So I was getting new comments and people were talking about a variety of things and relating it to many different topics, which I found fascinating. People were like, this is why the women in Iran should wear hijabs. This is why women should be more modest. Or someone was blaming Eric Adams. They were like, Mayor Adams is to blame for all the harassment. Maybe you girls should be Republican. It's kind of crazy how this topic really has roots in everything. So I think this whole concept of a subway shirt and street harassment obviously is super universal, and most women have experienced some form of it. I grew up here. I'm born and raised in New York City, and I took the train solo many times as a young girl, as a teenager, really. And those were when I had my absolutely worst, horrific experiences. The Post did ask me about them, and I had forgotten because honestly, I think I repressed these memories. But I remember being 15 years old one time on the 7 train, and a guy with sunglasses. It was nighttime. I was wearing jeans, flip-flops, a t-shirt, whatever. A guy with sunglasses and a hat. He got on the train and I could already tell it was like very suspicious to have sunglasses on at night. And there was no one really on the train. He followed me off my train and he chased me down the stairs all the way through the exit. I was in Queens. Whatever. Thank God my ass is fast. But that was one experience. Multiple times I've been flashed on the subway, just sitting there, and a guy whips it out and then runs away. That happened to me in Coney Island. It happened to me on the 6 train. It's happened to me multiple times. And then there was a time in the middle of the day on a Saturday, me and my little sister were going to Macy's. We were about 15 and 16 years old. We're sitting there and a guy was sitting across from us masturbating. So I'm pretty sure we were in like 2 big ass puffers because it was like middle of winter. I think this just like buffer. It's not funny, but it goes back to my rule of like, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, subway shirt or not. bad things are going to happen, but it's not your fault. It's not the woman's fault. It's the fact that this is not new. It's the fact that this continues to happen. It's the fact that people look at women this way. It's the fact that people continue to get away with this behavior and it's considered normal, not new. And people want to continue to police women and how we dress. How we dress is not the problem. It's the behavior of other people that is the issue here. I am glad that the media is finally paying attention and covering this topic because I do think it's important, and it's obviously much bigger than a Subway shirt. But it's been going on for decades and decades, and I don't know. I'm just sick of the victim blaming, and I think it's going to be super critical how they choose to cover this. So we shall see. But I think it's really funny too that the reason that the media is looking at this is because we've decided to package it this way. Like the woman in the comments was saying, this is not new. Oh, your generation thinks you're so special. Well, you know what? We're good at marketing, baby. So yeah, we packaged our harassment as a Subway shirt, and now everybody wants to talk to us about it. So you know what? Yeah, the whole world wants to sell women things, and that's all they care about. So I think it's really fucking genius that the Subway shirt is a hot new trend for summer, is how this is being like sort of marketed in the news. And it's funny, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it's garnering attention, and call it what you want to call it. It simply doesn't matter as long as it awareness is being spread. And actually that is why I made my video in the first place on TikTok last summer. I didn't come up with the concept of a Subway shirt. It was like a trending topic on TikTok. I made it a rule, and I made it my own, and I made it into this like funny commercial sort of thing. Very satirical. But I was so glad that other women were sharing this tip, because it is an important tip and it is helpful. And maybe you wouldn't think like, oh, I can wear this over everything. I can wear this over this leopard dress. I can go and wear my Lady Gaga t-shirt over this leopard dress, and like the girls will get it. If you know, you know, but the girls who get it, right? So I think it was a super important trend that happened on TikTok, and it's a year later, and I think it's great that more and more people are going to be exposed to it. But the thing is, what women are wearing is always going to be a topic of discussion, and it's unfortunate, and it is because we are objectified so often in all these different spaces. I remember when I was a paralegal, and anyway, the firm completely shut down, and I was having a conversation with another colleague, and she was like, oh yeah, she was giving me the tea, and she was like, oh yeah, they would discuss what you were wearing, Alex, because I guess a lot of people in the office just did not like me. And she said that they would discuss what I was wearing almost every day. I wore jeans and a t-shirt almost every day. I did not, like, it was a very casual place. I was not wearing a leopard dress to work, trust. And she was like, yeah, well, you did dress risque. And I was like, what? What? I don't think she used the word risque, but she was like, yeah, you dressed tight. Okay, this was like 2018 when skinny jeans were the jam. Everyone in that office was wearing skinny jeans. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was bizarre that she even said that to me. No, because fuck that. Because I don't even want you to think that she was right. She fucking wasn't. She was not right. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Skin was covered, okay? And everyone else wore the same shit too. I think it was other reasons why there were other reasons why I was being picked on, and rumors were being spread about me, and it's just haters are gonna hate, you know what I mean? And I could totally see those same people from my old office being in the New York Post comments being like, if your fun bags aren't for sale, then take them out of the display. Like, what? No, I think people need more empathy for each other. We need to stop blaming women for what they're wearing. And by the way, what I'm wearing is never going to be an invitation. I mean, remember when, Amber Rose had like the slut walk? Like, fuck all that. We've been there, done that, covered this. Why is this still a debate? It's not a debate. This is supposed to be a free country. This is NYC, the fashion capital of the world, baby. If I can't wear my leopard dress where I want to wear my leopard dress, then something needs to change, and it's not me, because I like this dress and I spent my money on it, so I ain't changing. Guys, wear your Subway shirt if it makes you feel more comfortable traveling to your destination. If you feel like you're gonna get there safe, that's really all I wish for you and for me every day of our lives out here in the city, okay? Check out the article. Let me know what you thought about it. If you leave a comment, I do hope it's positive and not negative. Since you're watching this show, I have a feeling it'll be a positive one. But that's it for the rule book, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll keep you posted on what's next for the Subway shirt. Come back next week for another episode. Bye, guys.